Clicking.
Hello. Can everybody give us a thumbs up if you can see and hear us, please? All right. Good morning and welcome to Louisiana Boys State. I am Senior Counselor Adam Ortego, and I will be your host for most of this week's festivities. Think of me as the Ryan Seacrest of your lab's experience, minus the spray tan and excessive net worth. We're broadcasting to you live from our production studio in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Welcome to our citizens on Zoom and all of our supporters watching our live stream on YouTube. It is my privilege to officially call the 2021 Louisiana Boys State Welcome Convocation to order. Please stand as Senior Counselor LaFleur leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, it is tradition for a former governor of Louisiana Boys State to welcome you to the program. Please welcome to your screens the 2013 American Legion Louisiana Boys State Governor, Chris Wilson.
"8 years ago, I experienced one of the most fast-paced, spirited, and sleepless weeks right where you are now. Hello, my name is Chris Wilson, and as its 2013 governor, I'd like to welcome you to the 2021 Louisiana Boys State. It's been a few years since I've been in your shoes, but the legacy and relationships of the Louisiana Boys State continues to grow. And this year, y'all have a new challenge and a theme befitting it: a new way to lead. COVID has been a tragedy for many and difficult for all of us, especially y'all in the midst of your high school years. But our history is not defined by our circumstance. It's defined by how we respond to it. When I was 9 years old, Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana and destroyed my home and city. But it was the response of all the good men and women from across our state and country that volunteered, prayed, and rebuilt our city that literally made me an optimist. And so I ask you, in these historic times, how will you respond? I challenge you to lay it all out on the field this week. And if you think our leaders are going crazy, roger that. Find a new way to lead. We're counting on it. Godspeed and welcome to the Louisiana Boys State 2021.
The American Legion was chartered and incorporated by Congress in 1919 as a patriotic veterans organization devoted to mutual helpfulness. It is the nation's largest wartime veterans service organization, committed to mentoring youth, sponsorship of community programs, advocating patriotism and honor, promoting strong national security, and continued devotion to our service members and veterans. The men and women of the American Legion continue to serve their communities and country to this day through programs like Louisiana Boys State and Girl State. Today, it is a joy to introduce you to the Chairwoman of the Louisiana Boys State Commission for the Louisiana Department of the American Legion, Ms. Tina Seletka.
Hello, gentlemen. On behalf of the Louisiana Department of the American Legion, welcome to Louisiana Boys State. This week, you will be joining some of the best young men that Louisiana has to offer. Together, you will go through a week full of challenges and grow as leaders not only in your schools, but also your communities, our state, and our country. Every single one of you has the potential to be a leader, starting now. Together, you have the power to change the world. The counselors and peers that you see on your screens may become some of the most important people in your life. I have seen it happen every year. However, you have to commit yourself to being present and engaged this week, open to the full experience that we offer here at Louisiana Boys State. What you get out of Boys State is determined by what you're willing to put in. So show up each day, come with an open mind, and let this week change your life.
Since the establishment of the Boys State programs in Louisiana, members of the Louisiana Department of the American Legion and Sons of the American Legion have been central to our continued success. Many of these individuals give up their entire week to spend it with our staff and counselors to help orchestrate the program. Thank you to these ladies and gentlemen for your continued support of our mission. At this time, we will take an opportunity to remember the incredible cost paid by those who gave their all to preserve the freedoms we enjoy, those who fought and died for our country. As we remember our fallen comrades, we are reminded of those whose fate is still unknown, those still listed as missing in action and prisoners of war. More than 78,000 Americans are still unaccounted for from World War II, 8,100 from Korea, 120 from the Cold War, 1,800 from Vietnam, and 3 from the Gulf War. These courageous Americans who dedicated their lives to preserving and protecting our freedom will never be forgotten. To honor these men and women, we have set up the prisoner of war and missing in action empty chair. Please join me in a moment of silence as we salute those never found. Thank you. Even though we are not physically gathered in one room today, our counselors and staff are graciously being hosted on the campus of Northwestern State University in Natchitoches, Louisiana. This is our 14th session on the campus of Northwestern, and much of our program's success in the last decade is thanks to the support we continue to receive from our hosts. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Northwestern State University, Dr. Chris Maggio.
Hello, Boys State delegates, and welcome to Northwestern State University. My name is Chris Maggio, president of the university. I would first like to congratulate you on your selection into Boys State. This tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you are a leader in your high school, that you also have high goals and aspirations and are going to use this program to develop those leadership skills. Secondly, I want to give a big shout out and let you know the prestige of Boys State and what it stands and what it means for the great state of Louisiana, and as you will learn, as Boys States are being held throughout the nation as well. And finally, I hope you utilize these few days that you'll spend in programming to advance your leadership skills, communication skills, problem solving, and teamwork skills. I wish you the absolute best as you go through this programming, as you join the ranks of Boys State delegates. And as we like to say at our university, Welcome Demons.
Louisiana Boys State has a long history of distinguished alumni who have gone on to leave their mark on both the state and national stages. They're doctors, lawyers, engineers, public servants, politicians, community organizers, and so much more in their communities across the state and country. Our brotherhood runs deep, and today we are excited to welcome you all to this legacy of excellence and service to others. Before we embark on a week that we know can change your life, there's one more person who wants to welcome you to Boys State. Here's a message from the Governor of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards.
Hello, and congratulations on participating in this year's Louisiana's Boys State, one of the oldest and most prominent leadership programs in our state. Last year has certainly challenged all of us to learn new ways to lead. Working together, we have finally reached the point where we are today. Boys State mirrors life. You get out of it what you put into it. So work hard, build the 51st state, learn from each other, and inspire each other. Look to innovation, progress, and inclusivity to guide your decisions this week. I know you can do it. Thank you all, and God bless.
It's not every day that you get a personal cameo from the governor of your state. I hope you all realize just how exciting it is that each of you were chosen specifically for this moment in Louisiana and Louisiana Boys State's history. You are the best and brightest that Louisiana has to offer. We believe it, and at the end of this week, so will you. At this time, I would like to call on the 2019 Boys State Governor, William Romero, to come forward. He will administer the Louisiana Boys State Oath of Citizenship, which entitles you to fully participate in all aspects of government at this program. He will officially open the 2021 session of Louisiana Boys State.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby solemnly pledge myself to support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the state of Louisiana, and of this state. I will obey all its statutes, rules, and regulations. I will participate to the best of my ability in all of the activities which my duties as a citizen may require. I will carry out, to the best of my ability, the function of any office to which I may be elected or appointed. I will protect the dignity and honor of my country and strive to make my community a better place in which to live. I will do my utmost to safeguard and transmit to posterity the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy. So help me God. Congratulations, I officially declare this session open.
Thank you, William, and congratulations to you all. This week is going to be something like you've never experienced before, and all of our counselors have been over the moon excited to share this experience with you. We're a group of fun-loving people that are determined to have a good time this week, and to prove it to you, here's a little something we put together to introduce ourselves.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down, and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never go, baby, when you say you will, but I love you still, I need you, more than anyone, darling, you know that I am from the start, so build me up, don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door, I can't take anymore. It's not you let me down again. Baby, try to find a little time.
I think you're muted.
I'll make you happy.
You're muted?
I'll be beside the phone waiting
Who's on?
for you. But I love you still, I need you, more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore, if you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. What do I need to show? Baby, try to find a little time, and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you
Boys State is a brotherhood before anything else. And as Ms. Tina said earlier, these guys on your screen will become some of the most important people in your life. My best advice to you is to be open to the connections you'll make this week. We've got one more message for you this morning, so please welcome to your screens our very own staff member, Micah Scott.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Micah Scott, and I'm a staff member here at Louisiana Boys State. I'm so excited to be a part of this memorable week with all of you. As we bring this convocation to a close, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk through some expectations that will set you up for a successful week. First, nothing that we do at Boys State is random or unplanned. The staff and your counselors have spent months putting together a program that we believe will both educate and inspire you. Boys State is and has always been a laboratory of government and politics where young men learn by doing. I want to emphasize that last part. Learn by doing. It's an active phrase. You may have come in with the outlook that a virtual program wouldn't be engaging. You'd be wrong. To be clear, just like many of you, our team has spent the last year in virtual classes, working from home, and buried in online assignments. So when we approached planning this week, we had a long list of things we knew we didn't want to do and a host of ideas for how we could break the mold on a typical virtual session. We created the format that you're about to experience, where we present you with an idea, provide some context, give instructions, and then get out of the way as fast as possible to let you collaborate with each other. With that said, consider my next few points. First, the schedule. We've realized over the years that things work better when we expect you to be leaders and tell you what's going on ahead of time. Your counselors will review each day's schedule with you in the daily briefings and debriefings. Also, at any time, you can click on the schedule icon on the top right of your screen, and that day's schedule will be available to you. That being said, this isn't an invitation for you to plan out ways to skip parts of the program. You've committed to being here, and we expect you to show up on time to all sessions. You'll receive several breaks throughout the day where you're encouraged to stretch your legs, walk outside for a minute, get a snack, grab some water, do a few push-ups, whatever loosens you up. You'll get an hour-and-a-half lunch break every day, and we don't expect anything of you except to return ready to work on time. The second point is the rules of engagement. If they haven't already, your counselors will review the Boys State rules of engagement with you. It covers our expectations about how to interact with each other through the virtual platform. Things like keeping your camera on at all times, using the chat and raised hand feature, and being cognizant of the language you use and the images you may present. Think of this as our standard operating procedure. It's the closest thing to rules that you'll see this week, and they should be followed. The third point is decorum and respect. Boys State is a safe space where we allow the expression of everyone's views and foster a culture of respect. Now, this doesn't mean we're asking you not to disagree or to keep those disagreements to yourself. It's perfectly fine to offer counter opinions, debate ideas, or occasionally agree to disagree. In fact, we encourage it. A culture of respect just means that Boys State is a space where we hold each other to a higher standard. We give respect and get it in return. Anything other than that will not be tolerated. Now, lastly, before we transition, I want to say this. Our program every year has a central theme that focuses what we do. This year's theme is a new way to lead. Over the past year, we've seen the way we live completely upended. Proven strategies and policy were no match for circumstance. And this isn't the first time this has happened. Think back to your history lessons about the founding of America, the abolition of slavery, the stock market crash of 1929, and the Great Depression that followed it, World War II, and the attacks on September 11, 2001. All of these things shook conventional wisdom. Leaders had to be creative, come up with new solutions, and try things that had never been done before. Our goal is to encourage you to think this way as you develop as a leader, to shake off what might feel comfortable and stretch yourself to lead creatively. At Boys State, we don't aim to teach you what to do. You're not going to see us try to force you towards an answer. No, we aim to challenge what you thought was possible. Gentlemen, this week is about you. We've consistently told our citizens that you get out of Boys State what you put into Boys State. That means if you treat this like a chore, it'll feel like one. And if you treat this like an opportunity, it'll be one. You see, we're not asking you guys to meet us halfway. We're asking you to come with us all the way. Dive in 100%, and I guarantee that at the end of the week, you'll be glad you did. Thank you for your attention.
All right, that's all we got for you. I hope you all have enjoyed your first convocation of the 2021 session of Louisiana Boys State. If you want to rewatch any of these videos you saw this morning, check out the recording of our live stream on our lab's YouTube account, or hit up our social media channels at LA Boys State on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. At this time, we'll transition back to your city rooms for your official lab's orientation. Return to the map on the platform home screen and select the city name that matches your assigned city. And if you get lost, just send a message in your city Discord channel for your counselors to help you out. They'll be there all week, and that is the primary way that you can get in touch with them quickly. See you all soon.